Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Fletcher, and welcome to another edition of the Rangers Roundup as we will recap Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Final between your New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tonight, Game 5 was held from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in New York. And unfortunately, Ranger fans, for the second time in this postseason, we are now pushed to the brink of elimination. The Tampa Bay Lightning takes Game 5 tonight by the final score of 2-0 over the New York Rangers. Let's go right into the game. And here's really the thing that really broke out in the first period alone. This was a very, very defensive struggle type game. Neither team really broke through. The shots were 6-4, advantage New York, but New York had two power plays in that period. Kucherov got nailed for too many men on the ice. Then Tyler Johnson slashed on Rick Nash, and unfortunately, New York was unable to score on that exchange. Going into the second period, it was a little more intense, a little more hard hitting, but Tampa scored. Filppula gets the goal at 13:29. Steven Stamkos and Anton Strawman got the assist that gave them the 1-0 lead. And then Mark Stahl, making a horrible tripping penalty, got nailed for a trip at 17:04 that led to the power play. And you already know Tampa was dangerous on the power play the whole entire postseason. They did it again. Steven Stamkos gets a goal. Andre Palat and Nikita Kucherov with the assist. The goal was scored at 18:22. That gave them the lead, 2-0. After two, they outshot the Rangers 11-10 in the second period. And then in the third period, it was really no scoring. New York tried to get two goals back. They pulled Lundqvist early, at least at 3.5 minutes. They pulled Henrik Lundqvist, hoping to get the sixth skater in to try to get the goal. They couldn't get nothing. I mean, Bishop tonight was an absolute wall. He couldn't get through. He stopped all 26 of his shots. Lundqvist only got 20 saves on 22 shots. And the three stars of the game, well, they were all Tampa Bay Lightning. Vitaly Filppula was the number 3 star with 1 goal, 1 point on 2 shots. He played 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Ben Bishop, the number 2 star, with the 26 stops, and the number 1 star went to Steven Stamkos. He got basically the goal that pretty much iced the game, and he assisted on the first goal of the game, which was scored by Filppula. There's really nothing more to say about this. This was just a bad game for the Rangers, even though they did outshoot Tampa 26-22. It really felt like a real defensive game, and this turned into a real, basically what happened was when Tampa scored the first goal, they basically sat back and let New York, they were like, take your best shot. If you think you got it, bring it. And unfortunately for New York, they just could not answer the bell. And unfortunately, now New York is stuck in a 3-2 hole. But here's the one thing for you Ranger fans, and this is, I think, words of encouragement. If you remember in the last series, they were down 3-1, and they came back to win the series. Here's the thing. We already beat Tampa in Tampa. We actually drubbed them 5-1 in the last game. We just have to get back and play with intensity. Tonight, we saw a great defensive team, but we just couldn't put it in the net. We need everything to go right in Game 6, or else this is over. All right, Anthony, give us the remainder stats and give us that words of encouragement. Something you mentioned it a few moments ago on Facebook. You're gonna rally the troops. I can't wait to hear this. The floor is yours, kid.
I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna do that as soon as I do my professional stuff first. We'll put the personal stuff aside, and we're gonna do the professional stuff first because that's what we're here to do. So, with that said, hello friends, it's Anthony Flair here with you for this latest installment of the New York Rangers Roundup. I wish I could say I was delighted to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not that much delighted to be here. Unfortunately, because we freaking lost, and we lost bad. Bully hockey was back tonight, and the Tampa Bay Lightning played their bully hockey, and that's exactly what happened tonight. And yes, what Michael Fletcher was alluding to was I posted a statement on the Facebook just a moment ago, getting you ready for this show, and I said that I was going to go on the record and make one of the boldest statements I have ever made in the history of any of our shows, whether it's this Ranger Roundup, the Bulls Corner, the Wrestling Forum, Strictly Sports, what have you. I am going to make one of the boldest statements. And if I get any heat for this, I don't care. That's how badly I want to get this point across. So before I do that, we got to do the professional stuff first. So you basically went over the shots on goal and all that. And power plays, Tampa was 1 out of 3. Rangers were 0 for 4. Tampa Bay won the majority of the faceoffs. What else is new? I mean, faceoffs have been our Achilles heel in this postseason anyway. None more evident than against the Washington Capitals last round. 24-15, the faceoffs in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 62% to 38%. The hits were even, 29-29. But here comes the major difference maker, Flex. This is why the Tampa Bay Lightning won this game tonight. The block shots. They had 24. Rangers only had 11. 24-11. That was the killer right there, man. Right there. So now with that said, we got to get to the good stuff here. Of course, Fletch, I think you mentioned the 3 stars of the game. Phil Pula, Bishop, and Stamkos were the stars of the game. Of course, Ben Bishop. Come on, Ben Bishop, who had been, go figure, he pulls the Henrik Lundqvist now. I mean, he has 26. He pitches a shutout, 26 saves. He stopped all 26 shots that the Rangers brought at him. It was shades of what Henrik Lundqvist did in Game 4 Friday night when he had the 38 saves on 39 shots. I mean, Lundqvist, 20 saves on 22 shots, that's not bad, but at the same time, that's not good either. But now to my favorite part, doing my very Melrose, who I felt were the best players on the ice. Well, for the Tampa Bay Lightning, not just Ben Bishop, not just Steven Stamkos, and not just Valtteri Filppula, I mean, the goal scorers. But if you want the best all-around player on the ice, Michael Fletcher, do you know who it was for the Tampa Bay Lightning? It was our old friend. It was Brian Boyle. Boyle was up our ass tonight, man. Don't believe me? Listen to this. 5 block shots, 4 hits. He had a takeaway, and he won 7 faceoffs. If that's not a damn good all-around game, then you tell me what is. Brian Boyle was the star of this game tonight for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'll give you more. Our other old friend, our former captain, Ryan Callahan, 4 hits and a takeaway. Matthew Carl, he was fantastic. 4 blocks and a hit. Of course, Tyler Johnson, 9 faceoff wins. Valtteri Filppula, in addition to his goal, he had 8. He won 8 faceoffs. Of course, Filppula and Johnson have been the killers on the faceoff. They're the faceoff specialists, and he also had a block shot. Victor Hedman, he played very well tonight. He had 3 hits in the block. Alex Killhorn, he had 3 hits. Brendan Morrow, 3 hits. Andre Palat, he was fantastic tonight. 4 blocks, 2 hits, 2 takeaways. Yeah, that's another star right there. Stamkos, he had 2 hits, in addition to his goal and assist. Anton Strawman, look at all these former Rangers tonight, Flex, doing this to us. Strawman, I saw him tonight. He was fantastic too. 2 hits, and a block, and also had an assist. And I'll even throw in another name, Andre Schuster. Two blocks, 2 hits, a takeaway. Yeah, he was fantastic too. This was an all-around team effort. I mean, normally the Tampa Bay Lightning, you know how they are with their bully hockey. You know what the bully hockey is, when they score in bunches. Tonight, they played almost a Rangers style of game. Low scoring, hard hitting, defensive minded, and that's exactly what they did tonight. And as much as it pains me to say it, I got to give the Devils their due. They absolutely outwitted, outlasted, and full on outplayed us here tonight. Nobody, no folks more so than Ben Bishop, Brian Boyle, Andre Palat, Matthew Carl, Ryan Callahan. I mean, Hedman, Morrow, Schuster. I mean, I could basically say the whole team, but not everybody was good. But almost all but like a couple, almost damn near the entire Tampa Bay Lightning team played their asses off tonight. But to me, the ones who stood out the most were Bishop, Brian Boyle, Callahan, Matthew Carl, Andre Palat, Schuster was fantastic. Yeah, our old friends. Yeah. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's as the old saying goes. And now I got to say, for the New York Rangers, I mean, well, there was one bright spot. Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider, I thought, was far and away our best player tonight, Fletch. I mean, he had 7 hits. 7 hits and a takeaway. Danny Girardi, the number 2. 3 blocks, 3 hits. Of course, you know, out of all the Ranger Roundup shows, I mean, almost damn near every one of them, I've mentioned Danny Girardi is in my stars. And while Ricky Nash did not find the score sheet, again, he had 3 hits, as did James Shepard. I thought he played a great game as well. Fost had a couple of hits. Our Boyle, Danny Boyle, had a couple of hits. Tanner Glass, a couple of hits. And Keith Yandel had 3 blocks. I'll give Yandel credit. He had a great game. He had a takeaway as well. I'll even give Stepan a little bit of some credit. He had a hit and a takeaway. He won 7 faceoffs. Brassard, a hit, a takeaway, 4 faceoff wins. JT Miller, I thought Miller had a solid game tonight. Had a hit and a takeaway, 2 faceoff wins, and I hate to say it, man, but that's I'll even throw in Mark Stahl. Mark Stahl had a couple of block shots, but and Klein, I'll throw in Klein, had a block and a hit, and McDonough, Captain Ryan McDonough, a block, a hit, a takeaway, solid game from him, and I hate to say it, man, but that's pretty much it for our side. And like I said, Henrik Lundqvist was not too bad. You know, he only allowed those 2 goals, but I thought he had a solid game. He even made a nice save on Stamkos early in the game, but unfortunately, it was not enough, and it was not to be. I mean, I had an all-around great day today from a personal standpoint. Unfortunately, this was the only Dinkelberg moment of the day. I mean, I honestly, I thought we were going to win this game. I really did. I thought the momentum was on our side, but unfortunately, not the case. So that's those were my players. So now we go to Game 6. It's Tuesday night. Derek Ferrera's birthday. It's at the Emily Arena in Tampa. The crowd is going to be rabid. They're going to be like caged rabid animals. The pipe organ's going to be out in full force. You know they're going to crank that sucker, no doubt about it. So now to the moment you've all been waiting for. One of the boldest statements I've ever made in the history of the show, or any of our shows in the 3.5 years or so we've been doing this now. You saw what we did against the Washington Capitals in that last round. When they fell behind 3-1, did I throw the towel in? No. I believed in this team, and I said that they were going to come back and they were going to win the series. And what did they do? They did. So right now, on this 24th night of May 2015, just after right around the stroke of 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you want the bold statement? I'm going to give you that bold statement right now. Nobody else in the world is going to have the balls to do this, but I am going to have the balls to do this. You know, McDonough, he talked about the freight train. against the Washington Capitals. I posted that status on the Facebook, and I think that was pretty much our rallying cry. We got a lot of rallying cries around here. First and foremost, Game 6, what the New York Rangers are going to do. They are coming to play. And they are going to come to play like they've never come to play before. That's all there is to say about it. And then our other crowd, our other one, our inner Roman Reigns, we can and we will believe that. And keep calm and keep the faith. Keep the faith, my friends. We're not dead yet. We got another game. And if they think that we're going to go into their house and we're going to roll over and we're going to lay down and just let them win and just let them take our Prince of Wales trophy that we worked so damn hard for last year, hell no, that's not happening. You got another thing coming, Lightning. So if I were you, Lightning fans, I would cancel those plans of celebration. There ain't going to be no celebration on Tuesday night. You're not going to be breaking out the damn balloons and party hats. No, you're not. You know why? Because 21 years ago, Michael Fletcher and I, our idol, the Messiah, you know what Mark Messier did? They fell behind 3-2 against the New Jersey Devils in the very same round, the Eastern Conference Finals. They lose Game 5 in the Garden, whatever. What did Mark Messier do? He had the balls to guarantee a win in Game 6. And what did he do? Not only did the Rangers win, he was the one who single-handedly got them the win with the hat trick. So right now, I'm going to channel my inner Mark Messier, and I am going to say it with the utmost honesty. Tuesday night, the New York Rangers are going to win Game 6. I guarantee it. Period. End of quotation. End of statement. We will believe that. Fletcher, wrap it up.
I'll wrap it up with this. Tampa, you better finish New York, because if you don't, we got your ass in Game 7. Good night for the Ranger Roundup.